Let's go. Hello, I am Glackum. I am speedrunning MediEvil, 100% category today at ESA Marathon. And to my left, I have Rekulch.
I have never seen this game before. I have seen it. I've seen bits and pieces.
It's okay. Moral support.
I was forced to be here.
Against his own will. Might have asked for a few favors. So, I guess we'll be ready in 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, there's no button here.
Yeah. Alright, so in MediEvil, you play as a skeleton man. Little lore. It has risen again! He's come back from the dead because the main villain of the game has resurrected everything. Zombies and stuff are going to be roaming around, and I have to save the day. Starting off with our small sword and our star rune, we make our way out of Dan's crypt, bringing along a health potion on the way. This run is going to be defined differently from any percent by the items we get and the enemies that we're going to be destroying, making sure to let rest in peace. So in 100%, we collect these things called chalices. There are one chalice in every single level in the game. And you need to collect these by ensuring that many enemies are defeated. Every time you kill an enemy, you gain chalice percentage. You'll see on the top right, there's a little chalice. And every time I'm killing one, you see it's going up just a little bit. Every level has a different amount of enemies, so it gives a different amount of percentages. The first level, obviously, very simple. Just some zombies to destroy. Doing a fully charged circle, like spin attack, kills them all in one hit. A normal attack would kill them in like 2. Just like swinging the sword pretty normally. This statue here ensures that the gates are opening on each and every side. We're almost done with it already. There is one small skip that we do in this level that allows us to avoid having to use that stone statue to get to the chalice. And this will be the last zombie I kill here. So we have to jump around these blocks and do a full jump to the left, right over the fence. You have to do it in a specific spot or you'll just hit an invisible wall. And then we just walk on our way out. Simple enough. When you get these chalices, you go into these areas called the Hall of Heroes. That's why when you saw I collected that chalice, it said the Hall of Heroes awaits. In this game, the Hall of Heroes is basically an area of heroes of Gallows that have been distinguished. And Fortescue himself is considered a hero, but in truth, he died at the beginning of the battle to the very first arrow sling. Poked him in the eye, and that's why he doesn't have an eye right now. You see, he just has one eye. And everybody knows because he was very grandiose about his crazy adventures that he never actually did. And so now, this is effectively his chance to redeem himself to Gallows. There are people who do and don't know about his feats, or non-feats, rather. Both. And so, next we have Cemetery Hill. This is where we get our... Well, I guess we just got a crossbow, didn't we? This is where we get our next melee attack. This is going to be the only projectile that we get in the game besides, like, we'll use knives once in the game. We just kind of we collect at the boss coming up after this level. But this is the only, normally you get more projectile weapons in the game, but we're going to be later on not getting items from the Hall of Heroes because it's not required for 100%. Only chalices are required for 100%. It saves a little bit of time to... Shots will kill a normal zombie. You don't use it for much else until later on. Generally speaking, my limit for how much I want to use on this level would be about 120 arrows left. So this club is like the strongest weapon in the game up until we get the enchanted sword. It one-hit kills a lot of the enemies that were going to be showing up until about halfway in. I need to burn my club because we're going to be going to the witch's coven to get the witch's talisman. Okay. Ooh, I didn't expect both of them to get hit. Witch's talisman. Yeah, I was right. I'm not crazy. So one mechanic I didn't explain. You have these health bottles in the game. These health vials determine they're your health. So it determines how much life you have, and each max big bottle you get will increase the max amount of health vials you have by 1. I think that normally the max amount that you would get is 10 or 12. One of the two. We're not getting that many. We're going to be getting about 5. So here we have branch skip. You don't actually skip the branch. You skip the cutscene where we actually see these two explode. The ones that make the boulder. And we use the branch to do that. So here I believe we're going to be getting another life bottle from one of the statues. We're going to be getting a dash move in about 2 levels. So running will not be the only thing we'll be doing. One thing to note about the reason why I don't move for a little bit after every camera change, big camera change, that isn't just like the camera rotating when it just like pops in. When this game's pretty clunky, when you move around and you jump and the camera turns, you could move to the left. You got to just kind of know. And when the camera changes and you hold a button forward, it's very, very likely that in whatever specific situation it might be in, that it's just gonna go to the left or something instead of going straight. So to avoid falling into like pits, which are pretty common, I just opt to wait for a short couple frames. So now you can see the extensive use of the club, very helpful. Within the mausoleum, there is a stained glass demon that we need to unleash. Now, enemies can despawn in this game. You don't want them to. I think that one enemy did not spawn at all in the central area that we were just in before we left. And that's not good. These ones can take your weapons, and then you have to buy a new one. So you don't want these imps to steal them. You can take them back if you kill them in time, but they can hide in their hole, and you'll never get them back. Now, the club, you'll see it's at 18% right now. The club's durability lowers every time you slam it on the ground or hit something with it. So if you're attacking an enemy and it hits the ground, you'll lose 2%. Now I'm going to kill them off just to ensure that I don't despawn any. I want to make sure that one dies, because if it's off screen and it dies, it's probably not going to work. So now we're going to be going to the heart. I guess there was 2 more back here, huh? Not always there. Better safe than sorry, though. So putting the fire on the heart brings the demon out. We did get enough to get all the chalice. The chalice is behind, or to the side of the pianist that we saw earlier, where we got the 2nd rune, or the 3rd rune? 3rd rune, yeah. Now, money is important in this game. It's not important right now. It will be important a little bit later. We're going to be getting a weapon called the Enchanted Sword. That's very important. This game also has a context menu, so I gotta make sure to be in a specific spot, facing a specific way to give items to people. So now we have the stained glass demon. It's only vulnerable when its heart is out, and at no other point. So, to avoid spending large periods of time trying to avoid attacks while also attacking it, I'm just gonna stand in one place. Here's the knives, by the way. This is the only time I use them. So now it's just a waiting game for him to do it again. He could either be nice and not walk around much and sit, or he could just, you know, not. Alright, that was a relatively quick kill. He gives us the key that allows us to go to the graveyard door. We don't actually go to the first level to use this key. There is a return to graveyard level, which is a repeat of the first level, but with it closed off a little bit, and it branches off to a different area past the door. And with getting this Hall of Heroes set, we will be getting our hammer. It's effectively the club. Little minor differences, though. So the hammer has no durability. I can just keep spamming it. And it also has a charge attack instead of a hold forward attack. The charge attack is pretty useless for us. And it doesn't like have a chance to connect as often as the club does for whatever reason. For some enemies, the hammer will not be as useful. And we'll be seeing that in a moment. I'll be switching to the club at some point in this level. But I gotta make sure to keep the durability up. So now we're returning in the graveyard. There's a little trap here. If you stand on that, it'll drop. As you can see, the enemies are doing a little more damage. It's kind of scary, honestly. Sure, right now. We're good. This is a good time for donations.
Infinity Gene donated $5, another $5 to support those who need it more. Good luck on the MediEvil run today, Glackum POG. Smoked Ham donated $40. Smoked Ham here. Here's the daily login bonus.
Yo, thanks Smoked Ham and Infinity Gene. Appreciate it. Just a few enemies. I gotta make sure I gotta space them out properly or they're not gonna die, like right there. They didn't quite die. And they're quite hurting me a lot, actually. So I gotta start being a little more careful. But I do have to kill things, and they do kind of just run at you. So it's pretty hard. Alright, so this one's really far away. I'm gonna just bring out my arrows real quick. Don't run away, dude. Come on. There's just one person all the way in the back over here we're gonna kill. There we go. A little bit low on ammo, on bow ammo. I wasn't getting the auto targets I wanted, but should be fine. I can make it up with throwing knives. Sometimes I find it easier to jump before I attack them. Helps me make less mistakes, I guess. Camera changes a bit funky there every time.
Do they do 60 damage?
Yeah, they do a lot.
Yeah, that is quite a lot.
I'm going to make sure to heal just a little bit here. There, that's good enough. We'll get a lot of health back in the next level that I'm going to be doing. Starting here, I'm going to start saving. I was just barely off of one cycle there. So now we get the dash ability. The daring dash, as they call it. And so with the Hall of Heroes here, I believe we're going to be getting a bunch of money. And you know what? We do take money here.
What do you buy from said money?
We are going to be buying enchantments and more bow ammo. And obviously, we also have to save the children.
Of course.
Club? Yeah, club's fine. We're going to be getting a new club right on this level coming up right here, so it shouldn't make any difference. So, save. One thing to note about why I'm so worried about saving and stuff is if I lose all my health in a level, the game, it just goes to the main menu. So I got to make sure not to do that for obvious reasons. I don't want to lose the whole run after all.
Safe haven, kids.
Stay safe.
How many of your practice runs ended prematurely?
None, no.
None?
None, no.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
of course not.
How many runs did you beat?
All of them, of course, yeah, of course.
A non-specified number. Okay, okay. Oh, you're small.
Yeah, we're going to be going inside of an anthill. We have to get a bunch of amber for the switch. And also, while we do that, we're also going to be, just so happen to save this sweet little fairy over here. We have to save all of his sweet little fairies. They're required because they give a Hall of Heroes chalice. If you... Oh, I want that club. I'll take that club. Thanks. So inside this anthill, very dark, hard to see. Actually, it's quite light with the lighting in with this monitor,
Yeah.
actually. But
Oh, I want to say it's pretty
I mean,
light
if you look
for-
up there, you can't see anything. There are 7 ambers to collect and 6 fairies to rescue. Some of the ambers are hidden inside these, what do you call these little cocoons?
Yeah, you can call them that.
I always go
Eggs,
by the rule
larvae.
right, left, left, I think. That's the code for getting out of the anthill. Sorry, what?
Larva.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So yeah, so now we're full on health. It's always worrying about return to graveyard, but not so much here. Especially when you don't get all the connections you need. Usually that means you also take hits. Here's another one. 2 remaining. 1 right here. Last fairy. Daring Dash also does like damage, so it's if I were to time it well, I would be hitting those fairy cages as well. But I mean, I also need to be close to it, so it's not a big difference. So when this ant queen is vulnerable is random. How often it drops out ants is also random. So I gotta really hope she's just friendly and stuff. Like, she's not being friendly right now. Oh. Alright, cool. Whew. That is, they don't give you more than like 2 free hits to get that one cycle. So if I think that because of how far away I was from the Ant Queen, if I had missed a step there, I wouldn't have been able to get the full cycle. It's really hard to just be in front of her because she also whacks you. She's like, wah! And it's like, no, don't do that. it's not very fun. So you got to make sure to space it, but you also don't know when she's going to start throwing her earthquake attack at you. It's not easy. So she gave me chicken drumsticks. Chicken drumsticks are super good. Like, they're so good that there are only 30 of them in the whole game. They're an ammo-based item. As you can see, ammo, like, items are very important to this game. Very integral to the run. A lot more different in terms of how it's used in max percent, where you do get all the items. I think once you get the lightning, though, in max percent, that's all you use. But I could be wrong.
So you got all the drumsticks that are in the whole game now?
Yes, I have every single drumstick.
Okay.
You only get them from the witch.
When they run out, can you get more?
No.
Okay, so... Okay.
Yeah, you want to make
Interesting.
sure to use them whenever... Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was the wrong button. I thought it would say replay. But it doesn't say replay because I didn't actually play Enchanted Earth. It's a good thing I just saved.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hank_Sinatra donated $35. Good luck, Glackum. Get a PB and I'll play Rayman 1.
Okay.
Oh, you got a PB now.
I have a chance still. That didn't lose that much time. There we go. So now we go to the Scarecrow Fields. This field has some really beefy enemies called Scarecrows. That's why we're going to be using some chicken drumsticks. So chicken drumsticks, you have to land them on the ground, and then they'll just turn things into morsels. Yum. And they heal you a little bit too. It's very convenient. That's why there's so few of them. Yeah, there's one over here. Cool. So there's a little skip here that you can do. You can clip inside this area with this that you use the blue rune for. But it's very precise. I haven't been able to get it recently, so I'm going to not do that for sure. This is where I want to have my my arrows. I don't have many. I'm going to use knives, charged knives for a moment. So I should be fine on arrows now. Honestly, I could have been wrong with the arrow amount. Like 27 seems fine. I guess it doesn't matter actually. I'm going to be getting a club in a moment. I just killed him with the dash. I didn't think that would happen. That's pretty sweet. That just ate my whole shield. Don't want them to eat my shield. You have a little bit of iframes with your normal getting hit. Not so much... Okay, cool. I didn't think that would work. Not so much with the shield. The shields will take damage like no other. So if you're in a big skirmish, it won't help you all that much. Maybe it was a good thing I used the knives. Alright, that's good. 3 left. Yeah. It's pretty important. Also, did I mention how easy it is to get stuck on walls in this game? Very easy.
You have not. Now you have.
Now I have. Also, in this level, we're going to be seeing our first good dragon.
You
This
mean
is a
there's
good dragon.
bad dragons?
There are bad dragon. There's one bad dragon. You don't want to go inside the You don't want to go inside the hedges in this game. The hedges of this area. The hedge demons inside the hedges will kill you. Not like fully instant death, but like you'll lose a whole health vial of whatever you have in your current health vial, much like it falling into water. I guess I haven't actually fallen into water yet. You'll see it soon, eventually. It's not like you won't see it. I'm at 94. That's enough. Now I just killed the Scarecrow. The good dragons instant kill enemies that I don't like. Like, ooh, you saw that little the little dust kicking up in the hedges. Those are the hedge demons. it's pretty random where they are. Oh, I didn't jump. Yeah, there you go. I didn't have much health left, so it didn't lose that much health itself, but it does lose quite a bit of time. Doing these run jumps over the dash jumps over the hedges skip an entire puzzle, which requires a lot of items. For the record, if it wasn't obvious, that's not how you do that part normally. The game never expects you to dash jump. I did not get over that. I kept falling in the pits. I'm actually going to take safety health vial here, just until it goes to the next vial. There you go. Because I want to ensure that if I get at least like a part of a health vial, I will be able to get a little bit of iframes and avoid a skirmish. But I also won't have to spend 10 years at the healing spot. So it's just a little bit of safety to make sure that the run can keep going. So getting the Enchanted Sword was the last time I'm going to be getting anything in the Hall of Heroes. I go here out of requirement due to getting the chalices, but I no longer get items. The items are not really fast. They're not especially slow, but they're not faster than ignoring them. Oh, I was supposed to save. We'll be fine. There's a couple skips in this level. There's 2 approximately that save a decent amount of time. Also, we get to fight pumpkins if they'd spawn. Thank you. They do a lot of damage. The enemies in this game start to do damage really fast. Luckily, those pumpkins are pretty easily knocked back. And they get stunned a little bit every time you do. So if you space it properly, you will rarely take a full brunt of a hit. So here I want to avoid. Oh, I hit the wall there with the dash, but I wanted to avoid this turnstile. Loses me a little bit of time. Just a little bit more. Just do it one more time. There we go. And now, you'll see the Enchanted Sword do its magic. One hit kills everything. With the enchantment on, this sword will do as much as the magic sword that you do get very much later in the game. It requires money, but we're getting it like way earlier than you would get a magic sword. Like, it's very late game. So, this is the best we're going to get. And we're going to be using it throughout the whole game until, like, the very end. Where I think we're just going to... It won't make a huge difference what we use. But for stuff like this, where enemies really need to die immediately... We do obviously want enemies to die immediately later on, but, like, they don't die immediately from swords anymore. Not most of them. I actually want the shield. Shields are nice. This one's silver, slightly more durable than the bronze one. So if you're wondering why I'm not using the Enchanted Sword right now, it's because it has durability. The durability on them... well, it has its own way of durability. It's like a timed enchantment. Every time I have it out... Oh, I missed that. Yeah, I didn't get any of the skips this one. Anytime you have the sword out, like as you can see right now, the durability is lowering. It's not because I'm attacking stuff. It's more because I have it like on hand. So every little bit I have it in my hands, it's going to be lowering its percent. So I just got to make sure to menu a lot and keep it safe. There's a lone stray pumpkin over here, just chilling. Boulders obviously, well, not very obviously require you to have a club or hammer to destroy them. Yeah, this is a decent amount of health. And now we have to go back to the back of the level. There's pumpkins spawned back there all of a sudden, based on doing something I can't exactly remember. what exactly triggers it, but it's definitely something later back here. We just I think there's like 1 or 2 extra pumpkins to getting the chalice in this level. I did not want to be directly on top of him, but oh, I guess I still need these. I guess I missed a pumpkin somewhere. But now we have the chalice. Now there are some cracked walls, which you would think would need a boulder, but you can just daring dash into them and they break eventually. I think it's faster than using a club or hammer, actually, because you can constantly keep pressing daring dash every time you hit the wall. Now we're just gonna make our way out of the level. We have to defeat the one who made all these pumpkins. Oh wait, I just realized I actually need to go back and get an enchantment. I can actually get one in the next level, so I'll go do that. Slightly weird, but... There you go, that's the water.
Ah. The one you promised to fall into. Okay.
I did promise.
Yeah. Good kid.
So I'm just going to quickly go grab this little health vial over back here to the left. Alright, now we're leaving. Owies! So now we have the pumpkin serpent. I believe I'm allowed to go in the well whenever I want. And so this is going to be a little bit funky on the routing. I do have 10% sword left, so I'll be able to do the thing that's directly in front of the well that I'm going to be going into to get the enchantment. And it's probably going to be slightly easier this way. It's just a little bit slow. Has anyone said anything? Questions?
I haven't asked if anyone has any questions. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them.
Oh, I only have no percent left. I lied.
Literally lying.
Damn. That's what I do. Alright, so just... Oh, I can't go in here. Okay, well, I'll just do this without the enchantment then. Nothing much. Just don't. I guess you can't go in the well until the boss is dead. Oh, and sometimes they could randomly be super hyper. I don't like that. So I'm going to try to kill them as soon as possible. It seems like the sword's still doing relatively good work, so... Even without the enchantment. They're all angry. Every single one of those was mad at me.
They just want to be in the way.
Yeah, you can see the flashing one just like kind of runs at you real quick like. Killing these pods allows me to fight the boss, by the way. So the pumpkin serpent in the new remake that recently came out is really long, but in this one you just attack the roots a lot. This would have been dead in 5 seconds if I had an enchantment. At this point the enchantment would have been gone though. Around if I was optimal, I'd have 10% left. I'd be able to kill minimum 1 or 2 more pumpkins. For now, I have to just walk around the circle. There aren't enough pumpkins normally spawning in the level to actually get the chalice. But at the end here, after you kill the pumpkin serpent, pumpkins randomly spawn around this circle until you have enough. This is actually really good spawns. Sometimes you could walk around the whole circle, not find a single one, and I've found them at every single point, I think. So that was really good. Thanks for bringing it back, pumpkins.
That's totally what they try to do. Helping you. Not like they want to avenge their fallen leader.
Nah, no way. Why would they try to avenge their fallen leader? It's not like I killed it or anything, right?
No. Stabbed it a
No.
few times.
The Hall of Hero awaits. A young traveler. Nope, don't get near me. I still don't want to touch those things once I'm done. They do like 60 damage if you stand. Sometimes, like just in the practice run earlier, I was walking around the circle and one spawned on top of me and I died. And that was it.
Unfortunate.
It was sad. But I have like way more health vials now, so that's good. Stay safe. So now that we defeated the pumpkin serpent, we got the dragon gem, which is required later in the game for reasons. We will be going to the next part to get the other eye of the dragon gems. This is the sleeping village, and here's the child and the parents, I guess, maybe. There are a lot of parents and a lot of childs, and they all look the same, but they all want me dead. You might notice that there's a 59% in my chows already. That's because of if you kill a villager, they will lower your chows points. So we're playing pacifist right now. I want that club. We gotta make sure to avoid taking damage to them as much as possible. We can dash into them. They'll just get stunned. Oh, I thought I hit the switch. I didn't. There. Now we can get the landlord's bust.
For a sleeping village, not too sleepy.
I guess they sleep. I mean, it says inn. There's a pillow there.
Okay.
Maybe the name of the inn is the name of the village too. I don't know. Maybe Zarek just woke them all up. Now they're really mad. They're angry. I should really get enchantment here if I didn't already get that. Which I didn't. I forgot again. Good job, me. Oh, wait a second. Maybe that was just from me holding the sword up now. I might actually have to find, like, extra money. I wasn't even paying attention.
How tight is the money route?
The money route is pretty tight.
Okay.
That's enough people. Do I have money? Not exactly. How much do I have here? 500? A lot of money. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out as we go. Now we got the landlord's, the crucifix cast going our way. We're going to be using the crucifix cast to we're going to put the cast down, wait for the cast to be on then we're going to put the bust there. And now we're going to burn it. We're going to burn the bust. The landlord's bust will be no more. Now we have a crucifix, a golden crucifix. We're going to use that crucifix in the church. We're going to put it in front of the church. And doing that opens up a secret area with a safe key. So we're going to bring the safe key to a safe. There's a lot of like item exchanging going on around here. I think that's like the last person that's not in the house. Outdoors. Once the crazy evil skeleton shooter guys come around. No, I didn't go. What happened? Can I go up anytime soon? Alright, cool. So we go up here, fall inside.
Miss a switch.
Oh my god, I swear I'm trying to hit this thing with all my power. Get some money. We're going to give the safe key at the safe. The safe key will give us a shadow artifact. This is the last thing we're going to be getting here. We've done all the things. You can finish levels, but if you don't get some of these items, you're not going to be able to progress through the game. You'll have to repeat them.
You need to actually repeat them, not just go for the items.
Yeah, the shadow artifact is required to beat the game. So are the dragon gems. Unless you're like some sort of speedrunner or something, you might be able to skip it at any %.
Who would speedrun this game?
So we got the Hall of Heroes chalice, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah, okay. My short-term memory is really hurting me right now. I don't know, like maybe someone gives me money? I feel like I'm going to be pretty low if I just bought 100k on the sword twice. It shouldn't be too much of a issue though, so. Because I think the last time we're going to run out of money. Yeah, I got to remember to save after the Asylum grounds here. 100%.
I'll yell at you if you don't, okay?
Okay. Thanks. There are a lot of coins inside of pits here, so maybe I'll be able to bring my money back up. So, in the Asylum's grounds, the Stonehead tells us a couple riddles that we need to dashing into that thing, I think, is faster than trying to actually hit it with a club. It asks us to do a couple riddles. The first riddle tells us basically that he wants us to hit these hedges with stars on them.
That's not too much of a riddle.
I know, but I'm paraphrasing the answer to the riddle.
Okay.
And they're very simple riddles, to be fair. So, the hedge gardeners also have these belts. I should really take that money.
I mean, at this point, you need to get all you get.
Yeah, there's a lot of money everywhere, so I'll just take it just in case. I think this is also the last time we're going to be having clubs in the run, because I'm pretty sure my club runs out for good here. An easy one. So whenever this Stonehead talks here, like to me, but not like when I directly face-to-face talk to him, I'm not allowed to use my inventory at all. And if I have my inventory open when he starts to talk, I'll what's it? How do I just say it?
Say so.
I won't be able to move.
Okay.
So the puzzle here is to do these clowns in a certain order. Some of them re-rotate faster than others. I just want to get to the sword, dude.
Should just wait.
Yeah, just gotta wait a little bit. I got hit by the hedges and it just messed me up. But as you can see there, explained precisely what I was afraid of. But this also means that I have less. I was worried about my enchantment anyway, so it's not a big deal. Now the puzzle here wants me to basically
Be a tree.
Be a tree, yeah. Wants me to bring a mouse to a tree that looks like an elephant.
Ah.
To scare the tree. But first I need to get the rune that lets me unlock the rat that I need to the mouse that I need to bring to the elephant. And I will be trying to slowly guide this rat, the mouse, to its rightful place while getting attacked by rats. Which, if the rat scares the mouse, I have to bring it all the way back. So I really don't want them to do that. Please. Please, 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 please. And I have to be relatively close to the mouse. Please, please, please. Alright, we're fine. I'm always scared at that part. You lose so much time if you mess it up. And it's very frustrating when the mouse doesn't cooperate.
The answer to my next vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole generation.
Come to me. So, the last puzzle, paraphrase, is basically put the light in front of the glass. You'll see what I mean in a bit. The chalice is over right to the right side of that elephant. We're going to be getting enough chalice points right here. Simple. Actually, I want to change to the small sword. So here's the light, and there's the glass. This eluded the minds of a whole generation.
Whoa.
I'm actually 2 for 2 on getting it in the exact correct spot. I'm not really good at that. 3 for 3 even.
You did it.
Wow. Nice.
Blast you. It took me ages to come up with that darkness. Very well. Outrageous as it seems, my vast intellect has been matched by your badly decomposed brain. Return at once and I shall give
It's commendable that the rock statue was able to make all those puzzles while being in this one specific spot, though. I have to give him that. I don't know how he did that.
Maybe he did that before he died and turned into a stone.
Maybe. So here, I want to be using my money to enchant my sword. And I also want to refill my crossbow ammo. Which I now no longer have money. Not a lot of it, anyway. I'm going to take that. That's mine. Now my money. So the last puzzle of this level is I have to put these chess pieces in the right spot. And they're very unfriendly. Incredibly so. So much that they move around wherever they want. And they don't cooperate at all. And hopefully I have to hope they're in good spots when I get to them. Because I'm pretty sure... I don't know if they're random. I'll obviously always get there at different points every time I do the run. I have to be spacing out my attacks too. It didn't go? Okay, there we go. Whew. Alright. So in the next level, I'm saving.
Safe.
Save, yes, save.
Everyone said it.
Saving.
Thanks.
So the next level is the Asylum itself. You'll see normal zombies, and you might think, wow, they're just normal zombies. They're not your typical normal zombie. They're normal zombies that kill. They're deadly. They're out there to end your whole video gaming career. So I gotta make sure to avoid getting hit by them all that much because they're dangerous. You see, they do 50 damage each, and they lunge at you. And if you're not doing if you're not hitting them and killing them in one go, you're definitely getting hit.
Those tutorial monsters
I know,
are stronger, right?
Yeah, they're the tutorial. These are the tutorial monsters, except they do 50 damage
Instead of 60.
instead of 10.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of them. Like a lot. I have to make sure I space it out so that they don't lunge at me before I attack them, but also that I don't do only one hit. So it doesn't take 2 hits. And I have to do this for a lot of rooms. And they start adding harder stuff to it. Alright, I don't actually need to change anything yet. Like now there's like cannonballs that do 50 damage. So I gotta avoid cannonballs. And now I have to avoid cannonballs and like 100 zombies. You think I could do it? No, I can't.
No.
So I'm just gonna use the sword.
Well, you did do it.
I guess.
Just cheat.
And also these bats are really annoying, so I gotta kill as many as possible before they start throwing zombies at me. So if I stand in this spot, I should be able to kill them before they hurt me. As long as I stand in one place. Because otherwise they're a big fat pain. I actually didn't realize this is a spot I could just kind of stand in until like a couple like hours ago. I'll be honest with you. Now as long as I stand here, they're all gonna just dash at me and it'll auto target them if they get close to me. I'll just stick to this for a moment and I'm gonna get that health. So now I have the Asylum patients. They're a little bit less annoying than... They do less damage. I think they do like 38 damage. But they're a little bit harder to hit. Because they're jumping around and stuff. And they're also, you know, making menacing, powerful noises at me. I wouldn't want to mess with them without my big fat sword. I'll be honest with you. Now we're just going to enchant it one more time. If I have the money. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're fine on money. We seem pretty fine on money. I might have been worried for nothing. I honestly just don't even remember if I enchanted it twice in a row or not. I know that it doesn't let you enchant if you're at 100%. But... it lets you enchant if you're at 99, and I couldn't tell if I enchanted it the first time at 99%. Because if you try to immediately switch back to the club, you're still going to be at 199. Alright, so this should be good enough. Now I just hit them all. I wait a short moment here to hit that bomb, and now they're all going to explode. Woo! Alright, we did it. We're out of the asylum. I actually got this done with like 3 more health vials than I do on average. So I'm really happy about that. I usually have to heal at this vial spout here. Health spout. Health fountain?
Fountain seems right.
Fountain of power.
Fountain of life.
Exactly. So, now that we have finished the asylum, we are going to be we're going back to the Enchanted Earth.
Do you need to save?
I guess I should, yeah. Why not? I should really just save every level starting from now on.
Just for the sake of the marathon?
For the marathon. Although I do want to make Hank play Rayman.
Yeah. That's the only other thing.
It's okay. For the marathon.
Or we can just go YOLO mode and just don't die.
No, dude.
Don't die. If you
Just don't die.
Yeah.
Just don't die. Oh, yeah. Just don't die, dude. Just don't die.
So, the Enchanted... What is this?
Oh, wait, I'm going far. What's this?
This level.
Oh, this is the Enchanted Earth. This is where we went to get to the anthill.
Okay.
The anthill is like an optional area if you do the game normally. That gives you those drumsticks. We still have a couple drumsticks, by the way. We'll be using them later. I hate this elevator. It only works like half the time. Sometimes you run onto it and it immediately thinks that you ran off of it while you're trying to run on it because of like some sort of janky thing happens when you run onto it. And so it stops, because it goes backwards. Okay, then.
Chat also thinks you shouldn't save anymore.
I shouldn't save? Y'all don't know. Y'all, too innocent. So, there's a giant dragon chicken above me. I'm destroying its eggs, so it's pretty mad at me. The last egg always has the earth rune, so it's prudent to make it the one that's closest to the what do you call this? The gondola. There you go. Yeah, I was fine on money the whole time. What a chump.
If you truly played the game.
I swear I played the game. You gotta believe me.
Okay.
Trust me. When I first started this, I was just falling in pits left and right. Oof. Trying to move around in this game is really hard. If you're like, sure, you could walk. Walking's fine.
This apparently is not a favorite level.
Also, epilepsy warning. Everyone should look away if they have epilepsy, like, now. I'll tell you when it's done. I don't even like looking at it. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, it's not pleasing.
Alright, so with that, we've unleashed the demons. We probably destroyed a castle or two now that the demons are out. It is what it is. We're not nice people, I guess. Something?
You're a sir.
What have you done? Well, we've unleashed some demons, that's all. Required, by the way. Required murder of a whole castle.
The Queen of England is definitely...
Not happy with me.
Yeah.
These demons are like the tankiest enemy in this whole game, I believe. Well, one of the tankiest for sure. And they take a lot of beating. So you gotta use this sword if you don't want to take 10 years fighting it. I'm gonna get this enchantment before I kill this demon.
Chat is asking what your PB is.
137.50 something or another. Something like that. It's not too bad. A lot of the people that run this game don't run it with an amazing PS2.
While you, on the other hand, have a 90k in front of yours.
Yeah. Well, it's not my 90k. But I do have a 90k.
Sure.
I just didn't bring it with me. I brought my 77k. So the demons here require ranged combat. This is why I got the crossbow ammo earlier. It would be a lot easier if I had a good ranged weapon, but it's pretty slow to get. You need to do a lot of Hall of Heroesing. Whoa, 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 whoa! We're fine, we're fine. Probably gonna heal up a little bit after this fight. So if I jump in place, that generally helps me avoid dying. But I guess I did a little too late there. I'm hoping that one of them decides that they want to be in the middle soon. There we go. Alright. So I can actually hold the shield button while using my bow. And that'll avoid me taking lots of hits. Because those meteors do a lot of damage. Well, aside from dying there, we actually came out with a decent amount of arrows left, if I ever need them. Hopefully I won't. I'm going to heal up until... Well, I have the pools next. Well, we're getting health vials right here, so yeah. We're fine. Those are a lot of hits, actually, so... That was good. Yeah, the pools is one of the more notorious levels in the game for being very rough the first time you go through it, along with the lake, which they're back to back, so that's real nice of them. The lake is more infamous for having really annoying enemies rather than having a bunch of pits, but it does have a bunch of pits. Just as many, if not more. But the pools is more notorious for being a lot of snaking paths with a lot of enemies that you need to knock into the water while also not getting knocked yourself into the water. And also having like textures that make you think you could stand on it when in fact that's just the side of the wall of the platform you're on, and therefore just sliding right in to the water and dying. So here are the invincible enemies. If I'm lucky, they get knocked in pretty nicely, but if I'm not lucky, they take a couple hits to move their little iron heinies. So we need to collect all these helmets to move on. The dude nearby the water would have told you that if I ever went and bothered to talk to him. These enemies are vulnerable to sword. If you charge it up, they'll die instantly. This is where we're also going to be seeing another good dragon. They actually been pretty nice to me. These. So there is a enemy that spawns here. I think that they're spawning really far away, though. Maybe I can hit it with the arrows.
Almost.
I guess they really didn't want to get hit. Anyway, so here's the dragon. I want them to hit these dudes. That's nice. That's good. I guess there's one iron one all the way over there. I'm not going to walk all the way back there to get that one. This one's pretty lenient on how many that are required to finish the level. And the dragon's actually been putting in some pretty serious work into killing these things in some timely manner, except for right here. I didn't land on the right side. There we go. Also, you might be noticing I'm avoiding all the chests that I was normally not avoiding. The chests would definitely knock me into the water, for reference. I don't want to open those by accident. Here's my last health vial, by the way. I was actually so fast the dragon's still with me. That's crazy. So the last helmet here, right over here. Actually, this area in particular is pretty rough in the speedrun. You might notice there are a lot of dudes that are just kind of slouching around, and I have to find it in my willpower and mental sanity to knock them all into the pit somehow in a timely fashion when I can barely get one in the pit. So, like, sometimes they're very nice to me, like right there. But instead, I just knock myself in the pit. And he's walked all the way back. It's really tough times. There are other weapons that you can use to try to get him in the pit. I find the small sword to be the most consistent. Quote-unquote, most consistent. It's really not that consistent.
Would the drumsticks work?
The drumsticks, they don't work on the
Okay.
and we need them for I think that's the one part of this level I would be like, yeah, I could totally use some drumsticks right here, please. But nah.
Are you going to use all of them?
I will be using all of them, yeah.
Okay.
So now that I have gotten all the helmets, I've unlocked the some new enemies here. I guess I missed a couple enemies. That's why it was so fast. Run away. The angels are very painful for speedrunning purposes. They tend to run away for long periods of time. Upwards minutes of waiting around for them to just kind of be there in the right place at the right time. So I need like maybe one more or two. They were actually very friendly to me. I've seen a lot of times where they just make you wait for like years and years. It's 2022. I'm still waiting for the angels to come to me and throw fire at me. So now I'm going to do a jump to avoid having a cutscene where the River Styx dude tells me about how he wants me to give him helmets. Instead, I jump over here and I just give it to him. Alright, this is where we're going to be using about, I want to say, like 16 more chicken drumsticks, maybe. Average around that. We want to have at least 10 drumsticks left by the end of this level here. We actually have a pretty decent amount of health right now. So that's nice.
Good, good.
I got the chalice, right? I'm not
Yeah,
crazy?
you did it.
Okay,
Good.
yeah.
I saw 100%.
Like, I was literally just, like, leaving the area that and I can't even remember. I'm a little bit tired. So, the lake here is very confusing. There's a lot of winding bridges, and the enemies in it are absolutely a nightmare when you first get to it. I think the first time I did this level, I couldn't figure out why I didn't have enough chalice for, like, 2 levels till I realized what is going on. These eyeballs here spawn mermen. These mermen fall in the water, sometimes despawn, and they shield themselves, and they have a lot of health, and they're just all around a pain to deal with. With the chicken drumsticks, that is alleviated immensely. Like, I think he just fell in the water. Wasted my chicken drumstick. There's only specific ones that don't respawn. Specifically, the eyeball ones don't respawn. Once the eyeballs close, it's closed forever. And I have to make sure the camera is in certain positions every time I do this, because the accuracy of the chicken drumsticks can vary wildly based on where you are and where the camera is. Like, I don't want to turn the camera around until after I throw the drumstick out there, or there's a pretty high chance that it's not going to be in the spot I want it to be in. Okay, that's fine. What was that, like 170 health or something? Oh, I didn't want to be all over here. That's right, the metal plate turns around if you do the level as intended. So they don't make you stay on here. I want to just be safe. Dash, alright, cool. Alright, we got both of them with 1 drumstick, that's nice. You might notice I'm not dashing as much right now. It's because I'm hecking scared. So now, I didn't really explain. So this is the first level loop in the game. There is when you're inside of an inventory, you are invincible. The only way to get past death planes in this game is to utilize that mechanic and abuse it. You can buffer an inventory to start up again if you press it twice in a row. And that will be used a couple more times. I'm missing one. There's one merman missing. Yeah, so we're gonna probably have to find another merman. Yep, we're gonna have to find another merman because one despawned. Is there the star one here? Yes, there is. Okay. So, there is another merman that is gonna be over by the entrance of the level. I'm gonna just make sure not to get the merman yet. I'm gonna have to level loop again. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Because normally we get the chalice right here. It doesn't give you much time to level loop. Should be right here. I should be fine. There we go. I always have to be constantly... So right here, right here. There we go. So, always have to be making sure that I face the correct direction when throwing the drumsticks. Keep it on screen as well and everything. I have to go back and go get the chalice now.
I assume that with the level loop you're walking to a specific spot which makes you go up again?
It loops on its own.
Okay.
Just gotta make sure that... Oh, I didn't buffer, I guess. You have to make sure that you are holding the analog stick or the D-pad at all times. If you stop moving for any reason, it'll no longer work. Didn't buffer again. It's fine, we're still at okay health.
That's why you wanted that much health.
I also don't want to unpress the inventory too early. Because if you do it at a certain point close to the bottom of the death plane, you will, how do I put it? You'll soft lock. The game will never put you back in the spot that you were originally in. You'll just be stuck underneath the water. I don't actually know how to level loop directly over here, so I just did it in the same spot I always do it. Actually, I guess I didn't really need to use the star rune if I'm just going to repeat the level loops I was going to do. Anyway. Moving on. Lake is completed. Just gotta make sure to land. There we go. And we're out of the lake. So the next level is Enchanted Earth. We're not going to be using the drumsticks for this one. The enemies are pretty fine. We're actually good on drumsticks as well. We're also going to be using the dragon gems here. This is what we've been making sure of the whole time. I forgot to save. It's okay.
Don't die. Everything's
Just don't die.
Yeah.
Just don't fall in the pits here. Just don't fall in the pits. That opening section is like the scariest part of the level. We actually have to go back for... You might not have noticed there is a chalice all the way in the back side. Oh, I did not get the rune. Hello? Also, that just ate all my health. Awesome. The Minotaurs in this are not too bad. They're a tiny bit tanky, but they don't do much damage. They don't have a high output of damage, so they're fine. That one on the over there steals your items in case any of the torch ones will always do that. I'm getting stuck on the side of the fence here. Alright, so we're getting another enchantment, but we're going to switch to hammer. So this is where we put our dragon gems. There's a lot of money here, so the money's just like no longer an issue. So the dragon's like, "You dare wake me up from my slumber? You must die." And then we just gotta hit it with these rocks that we use via hammer.
So that's the bad dragon.
That's not the bad dragon I was speaking of, actually.
Oh.
If everything goes my way, you're not gonna see the bad dragon. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to. Yeah, I'm supposed to make him go over here. That's why I was like, what? Why isn't he getting hurt? So, hurting the dragon now, he's like, I give up, and then he gives us the dragon armor. Simple. Just get. But we're going to switch back to the sword now. You could kill these hammer dudes pretty fast with the dragon armor, but I find that catching the imps with the dragon armor is like the biggest pain in the butt ever. So it's just a lot easier to use the sword. More consistent. I'm always going to connect that. So it's better off. I don't even think I need to deal with the imps in this small skirmish here now that I actually killed a couple ancient demons earlier. If they ever died, though. Camera change. Make sure to stop there. It'll veer you off to the right and you'll die. And just walk it. Walk it. I guess this isn't quite walking. Alright, cool. And we're in the Enchanted caves is done. Crystal caves. One of the imps there also steals your items, so that's why I decided, since I had pretty high chalice percent, to just not opt to use a weapon that is able to be grabbed. Actually, I could just check the pools if I got the chalice. I know that I'm still stuck on it,
safe.
on thinking about it. Alright, I'm gonna say it.
I'm also kind of unsure now.
I can never remember the number of levels in order. Chalice check, chalice check. Yeah, okay, I got it. I'm not crazy. You're not crazy, don't worry.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
So now we're at the Gallows Gauntlet. This is the last place we're going to be using the chicken drumsticks. I might finish this level with like 1 or 2 left to use it on the last... Like, I really wish that they just work sometimes. These enemies in particular have problems with like letting stuff like hit it. Very annoying.
That's not a problem.
Like there, now it worked. What was different?
I don't know. They were at the other side.
I don't know. Either way, I'm going to heal up a little bit. I'm pretty low on health. I decided that I'm going to start throwing it after they start running at me. That's been my new MO. I don't like this guy. I'm going to burn him. There we go. Seems to be working out. So I need the dragon armor to go through this. Just like how it is, to be honest. Seems that he went off to do something funny. I'm just going to let him do what he wants. Don't hit any of these buttons besides this one on the left. Otherwise the bad dragon spawns. He will try to kill me. I think he just spawned. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I guess I don't see him, so... I don't know what that purple squirt-looking thing was. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see it. Oh, that's a bad dragon! That's a bad dragon! Woo! Alright, so the only way to kill the bad dragon is to attack it with a weapon. Simple, you know. Exactly how you would think it would work. But if you whack it a couple times, he's like, ah, screw this, I'm out of here. And I really want... Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, wait, I can go to the health vial. I'm invincible on the health vial. Now he's definitely gone. Totally, I'm sure of it. Alright.
Famous last words.
Please turn their camera around. Now there's like 20 of them. More seriously, there's like 2 of them. And they ran away from my chicken. As you can see, this level's really not my favorite. I don't know where that... I guess I actually made the chicken, turned it into a chicken. Cool. Alright, I'm just gonna use my last drumstick here. There we go. Now we have the chalice, and we're out of here. No more chicken. It's fine, I didn't really need the chicken. It makes it slightly easier on the last level. But that's fine. Next level should be... Oh, I need dragon armor. Okay. So the next level is the Haunted Ruins. They're haunted because the demons have taken it over. And I wonder whose fault that is. Couldn't be me.
Don't blame me for everything.
It's not your fault. The Haunted Ruins. So, the demons are pretty tanky. We have the dragon armor now, though. And the dragon armor is really cool because it attacks like 1,000,000 times per second as long as it connects properly. So now we're going to be doing a particularly difficult level loop. This still trips up runners to this day. Not because of what I just did. Well, I guess any reason why you mess it up would be one of the reasons why it would be annoying.
You're only proving your point.
Alright, so I have to hold forward here until the camera starts turning. Really close when Fortescue is about to go off screen, I also hold left. So up left. Right now. Maybe I did it a little bit late. It's possible. There's a reason why I saved. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. So, one of the demons is going to run up and kill all the burn all the kidnapped farmers. We want him to do that, because once we go to here, it despawns them all. If we had let the farmers die, we would have lost a lot of chalice percent, because we start off with a little bit of chalice percent at the beginning of the level. And if that happens, there's no amount of enemies in this level that'll let me finish it with the chalice. So, the best way to deal with it is to despawn them by letting them get taken away. I really like when that demon cooperates with me, but it didn't do that this time, so I'll live. There's more demons. There's a decent amount of extra demons if you don't let the farmers die off. I'm going to get an enchantment right now. There are actually a couple living armors coming up right here that do not take any damage. There are a couple enemies in this game that don't take any damage to the dragon armor. Maybe they knew it was really OP. Despite that, right now is the time where I need to be at full health no matter what. When you get to the late game, it's not that enemies do so much damage that I need to avoid getting killed. It's that I actually need to have at least 4 health vials to fight Zarek properly. So I actually need dragon armor here. I think you could actually get past this fire. Well, I guess I just got past the fire. I was gonna say that you're immune to the fire when you have dragon armor on, which could helps the cycles a lot. Oh man, okay. Be friendly? Thanks. Random guy just runs at you. We need his crown. King Peregrine's crown. Not clown. Like I said, being in a health vial makes you invincible, which really helps me out. So now he gives his crown. Destroyed his castle, took his crown. We're going to give it back. And he has no idea we destroyed his whole castle, which is fine. That works out for us. But he's going to blow up his whole castle for us. Now, not only is it destroyed, he's going to blow up the whole thing.
What a nice guy.
He asked us, please, blow up the castle. So now the lava's been released. So using the fire really knocks him out, so that's good for us. Every shadow demon seems to be about. Oh god, he just destroyed me. Nice. That shadow demon's the MVP. Oh no. Oh, okay. We're fine. So now we have all the chalice percent. Was required to cool down the lava so I can get over this pit, which otherwise would be lava. Hit this switch, makes a boulder drop, and catapult breaks the barrier here. Boom! And now we too shall be a boulder. That actually was a very good haunted ruins. Besides the little one mishap at the beginning.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Oh, next level is the pirate ship. The pirate ship's my favorite level in the game. Not because it's really hard, but because it's like very athletic. The game doesn't really lend itself to being amazing as an athletic game, but I just enjoy it. I think it's kind of fun. There's one section that we're going to be ignoring that is really stupid though. I have no idea how you're supposed to do it actually. For now, we're just going to, go get to it. The skeleton pirates of this level are invincible to dragon armor, which really stinks because they come in huge packs and they take a lot of hits, and if you don't attack the blue ones, the other ones will spawn up. Like, there's a captain skeleton for every group. And the only one that gives any chalice percent, and if you kill it, the others will die with it. That's the blue ones. Just so happens to also be tanky. Incredibly so. Please don't hit me yet. Thanks. Now I can just kind of whack them. Alright, I guess I'll just get my enchantment now.
I mean, you're there.
Yeah, I had to do it anyway, but like, it happens sometimes. So I can avoid getting in that pit there. It doesn't kill you. It knocks you into another area of the ship. But nonetheless, it loses time, so. Slightly less than dying, to be fair. I got me with the late snipe. There are like always like one or two stragglers, skeletons that normally don't hunt me down all the way over here. Please drop? Question mark? That was actually very, very nice. I only got hit like one time. Sort of low on health, but that's fine. We'll get health in the next level. There we go. There's like an invisible wall there that makes that really annoying if you don't know the exact location of the invisible wall. And definitely knocks you back in the pit. So these are the only pirate mates that you need to kill, besides the captains. I really would like if they died before I got hit there. I'm pretty low on health. Alright. But we were able to get the swings off with relatively minimal damage. Whew, I shouldn't have done that. I really wanted to make it, though. So there is a pirate boss at the end of this level. Whoa,
Close.
that was why that happened. Yahar! So I have 188 health left. Now I have more than that, but that's why I wanted to make sure. Okay. So this level loop here, not as bad. Very much more higher of a chance to soft lock you have if you don't know exactly how to do it. It's not really giving me a chance. There we go. So I hold forward. When the camera changes, I count to 5, or when I see the camera slant a little bit with the stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hold upright, and hopefully I should be at the end. Just barely. Nice. I've never had it like on the fence. But I think I held the button weird at the beginning of the level loop. So the last level is well, this is the second last level before Zarek's lair, is the entrance hall to his big operations. It's very, very easy. It's just a small interlude. I don't need to save. I swear I don't need to save.
Okay.
It's just got some imps. That's all. It's very short, too. So to the left, we're going to get some enchantments back. Oh, don't run away. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a hug. Please? Thanks.
I would not recommend hugging with a sword, however.
You sure about that? I just ran out right before I was able to kill him instantly. Dang. So, honestly, I don't even think I need an enchantment, but I'm gonna use it. This is the last level I think I'm gonna be using an enchantment on. I could use it on the last level. I think that the enchanted sword does a decent enough job, as much as the hammer does in the next level, personally. And he steals my sword, so like it doesn't even matter. Thanks. Oh. So now we just go to the end. Simple. I'm gonna heal up too. I do have a lot of health, but I also need way more than this when I actually get to the level after. After the time machine device level. So regardless, it might as well. This is the safest time to do so. Cool. And we're out of the entrance hall. Easy peasy. So if I've done everything properly, I should currently have 19 chalices. The last one should be the next level. I do. Cool.
Hey.
Well, it's not the last level. It's the last level before Zarek's lair, which is also a level.
It's the last regular level
Yeah.
before the ending level.
Mm-hmm. He gets it. That was a bit unsafe. I could have gotten veered off to the right. So, the time device is a pretty difficult level. There's a lot going into it. And there's a lot of pits, and there's a lot of enemies. There's a lot of obstacles, and I gotta get... Okay, cool. I'm glad that worked out. Also, we got brains. Bouncy brains. So, I need to make sure that the clock is exactly like this. It's left and far right silver. Okay. So, I actually think the gold's in the correct spot right now. So, I just have to move. This is probably the best RNG I've ever gotten with this. Yeah, that definitely. It only took 2 silver jumps. Movements. That's crazy. Sometimes I have to move them for like a really long time. There we go. I don't understand what they were thinking when they made this puzzle. It's deceptively simple. You just hit it and then make sure that they're all in the right place at the right time. But the way that it, oh, okay, well, the way that that was set up, I didn't understand it for like a half an hour when I first played this level. I had no idea how to actually get to that chalice. So we just need to get ourselves into the ghost train area. To do so, we need to get a couple items, just a couple rooms. Those eyeballs are pretty hard to hit sometimes. They seem easy enough, but I don't know. Sometimes they give me a hard time. And the clockwork soldiers are a lot more, how do I say it? They're a lot more aggressive in this level than they were in the Sleeping Village. I think they wait a really long time in the village to actually start shooting you. And meanwhile, other times they're just ready to attack me immediately, like right here, like they're already shooting me on the train. I'm a little bit low on health. It's okay. It doesn't make any difference. I mean, it does make a difference. I don't know why I said that.
It doesn't make a difference because you're just going to ace for all of it. Hands behind your head.
Whoa, don't fall in the pit, please. There's only like a bunch of them trying to kill me. You know, maybe the sword's okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's okay.
There is a health vial coming up right here, so a health pool of power. The undead fountain. The drink of the dead. Also, they just kind of ambush you. Alright, so we're going to heal quickly. We're almost done with the chalice percent too. Because, yeah, I think for Zarek, you're going to need at least like 3 full health vials. Minimum 4. So, just for the phase 1 anyway. Just got to heal a little bit. There's just this very long path here to open up. Woo, the last part of the level. There is a little bit of a skip here that you can do to dash from here to the train tracks to the other side of that to hit the switch. Saves a little bit of time, but you wouldn't understand how painful it is to try to do that while also being precise with this movement of this game. So I'm very bad at it. I opt to ignore doing that trick. There are people definitely better than me at this game that either do emulator or don't play it right now. Like, I'm second in the world for console 100%, and Luke RF is like, RF44 is like 5 to 6 minutes faster than me on a slower console. So there are people really good at this game. You should follow them. You should follow the scene too. So this is the last chalice right here. And with this, we'll have every chalice in the game. And that's 100%.
Now we can be proud of you.
Did not lose the whole run. Very excited. Wow, I almost fell in the pit. We're out. So, for Zarek's lair, there is going to be 3 phases to the fight. The first of which will be the reason why we need to have so much health in the first place. It's a little bit of a babysitting, to say the least. But it should work out okay. I'm definitely saving, by the way.
Why not, right?
The saving here is super important for a marathon for sure. Zarek's lair is by no means an easy final level. There's a lot that could go wrong with fighting Zarek himself as well. Let alone if you make a very poor mistake on the first phase, could cost you the whole fight in the first place. So here, in this big fat room, there's 2 health vials flanking us depending on how much health we have. And there's also this thing called Good Lightning, which heals things instead of hurts it. I definitely don't want to heal my boss enemies, friends. But it's important, you'll see why in a bit. So I'm going to take the full health vial spout here. And I'm going to fight the boss now. And so you can see Zarek over here, very not happy with the fact that we're already at his lair. He brings out the skeleton army of doom. They explain in the lore how crazy strong these skeleton men are, which we obviously did not go find out about. And they definitely are not our friends. So, all of a sudden, out of the chalice, we have these little skeleton friends that are going to help us out. Because if they die, Fortescue definitely dies. He gets the whole game over non-standard treatment. So, since the skeletons on the other side are very much stronger than us, we have to heal them with the Good Lightning. Healing them with the Good Lightning trades your health points. So you definitely want to have a lot of health for this. Normally, oh god, I think someone already died. That's really bad.
Uh-oh.
And when I have the health bottle vial used, I definitely want to just like hold it and spam it. Otherwise, it's not looking good for us. It's very easily possible now with this guy dead that we don't have enough health to kill off all of the centurions. But I make sure to let go of the Good Lightning just barely before I'm going to get hit again. I'm trying to control my health. Really, really, really important to not losing this fight. Now, it's technically fastest to only have 3 of your skeleton friends live, because each one gives you a health vial afterwards. But I mean, it's so scary leaving skeletons to die in the first place. So there's gonna be a lot of them alive still. So yeah, hopefully one will die here or something. There's actually 2 alive here, so I should heal them. So actually 3 are gonna live. Only 3. Only 6 actually. I would have liked this guy to die a lot faster though.
Why can't you kill them?
Why can't I? I don't know.
You don't have a sword, that's it.
I do have a sword, but I can't hurt him with it. That took a while to kill that one. I guess it's because there were 2 of them that were attacking one.
Yeah. So happy.
So, like, I guess it only was killing the first one the whole time. So the second one had full health there. And all 3 of them had to combine to hit him off. Also, you can move in this scene. So I can just, like, ham it up. So I'm at full health here, which is nice. Because I can lose it all real quickly. So this is the second phase of the 3. This one is Zarek's main leader, the dragon of the game, I guess you would say. Not that he ever talks. You only ever really hear about him in lore. He has a small invincibility shield before at the beginning of this fight, so you have to wait around a little bit for him to attack you. And then you just jump and shoot fire at him. Alright, he's dead. Just one more phase to go.
That almost killed you.
Oh, well, my first health vial, yeah. I might be okay at seeing jokes beforehand. So, the last phase of Zarek, he turns himself into some ungodly lizard chicken dragon.
Lizard chicken dragon.
I don't know, whatever you want to call this here. I don't know, what do you think it is?
I understand the lizard and the dragon, but where's the chicken?
You heard the chicken. Didn't you hear the chicken?
I might not have paid enough attention for that.
Yeah, you heard a chicken, like, die.
Okay, okay.
You hear a chicken, like, maybe he turns himself into a chicken for a moment. But anyway, I can't hurt him until he does a certain attack that lets me hurt him. So I'm just waiting around until he's friendly with me. Also, he does that much damage. So I really don't want to get hit for fun and games.
That's 96 damage.
Alright, this is the attack I want. And I didn't get any hits in. Oh my god. Alright. I am gonna go over the health vial. He's not being very fair with me. Alright, come on. Do that move again. Alright, and not time, I guess. Never mind. Was almost there. So I could just stand here. I'm in the health vial after all.
Yeah.
Alright. Come on. And time. So, just to make sure that we got 100%. I know I did. Just got to make sure. There is a cutscene to make sure that you can tell what percent you got.
Okay.
It's just custom. But I'm really happy that run didn't die. Because I ripped 4 out of 5 of my practice runs earlier.
You were lying earlier.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I was so freaking out, like, with how bad the runs were going in practice.
I'm happy you took it easy.
Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't ever use saves during the practice runs, so that wasn't helping. But I'm happy that that worked out. 147, just barely underestimate. That's nice.
We're not seeing Rayman though.
150.
From the guy.
What?
The guy who said he needed the PB. He's not.
Oh
going to
yeah,
play
I guess.
Rayman.
Yeah, that's a shame. You know, a little bit sad. I was about 10 minutes off my PB, but you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes it is what it is. And you know what this is? This is a finished run.
Hopefully 100%.
Hopefully 100%. See, they're all happy. They're not crazy anymore.
Oh, what's this? And you can rot in your grave again?
Yeah, so we're going to go rot in my grave again. This is about where we're going to find out whether or not I got 100%. If the scene ends here, that's it. But if we see the Hall of Heroes and he starts to do some backflips, we'll know. And
That seems like it.
it seems like we did it. Yo, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate everyone supporting me and helping me out and keeping me sane. I'm glad that the run finished, and thanks ESA, of course, for letting me do it, benefiting Save the Children, and you know what? Thanks everyone for watching.